This video chart presentation of Crocodile Gold Corp brought to you by allpennystocks.com. Crocodile Gold is a pink sheet listed stock trading our ticker CROCF. Kind of a strange year for Crocodile Gold. You can see back last September just a huge move from 93 cents up to $1.60. Here recently decided to give it all back down in that 90-cent range. Last 3 days though have been green days. It's time to see if this chart's going to try and put it back in gear. You can see huge volume yesterday, 1.6 million shares traded. Pretty good support level right through that same area as back here where it was defined as a bottom last September. And again, I think this chart's worthy of putting on radar to see if it's going to try and make a move or not. We've got some of the classic things happening with the MACD trending back towards 0, 12 on top of the 26, where it'll be referred to a lot of times as the fast line leading the slow line. You can see it's kind of getting near a make or break point. We can see it's starting to roll itself out right now where there's some indecision. If it's going to explode and make the move, we're going to see this snap up a little bit more quickly and try and blow through that 0 marker. But as this MACD approaches 0, it's worth keeping an eye on for a larger move to happen. You see classic kind of pincher setup. In a perfect world, you'd like to see this negative DI right up here with the ADX. A little bit more reliability to the pinch trying to happen. But all in all, a similar sort of setup. The ADX up pretty high over top of 55. PPO trending back towards 0. Again, just one more thing saying pay attention to me. You see we're getting a little bit of reversal now with the positive and negative DIs. Pretty nice look to the MFIs holding over top of 50, all three moving together. And accumulation distribution and shaking money flow both showing buying pressure has been coming into the stock recently. You can see it starting to die out through here as shaking money flow was trending back towards 0 and then came a little bit sharper of a move. CCI also somewhat neutral but trying to move towards the bullish side of things, as well as the full still trying to hold the upper half of the indicator. While there's some definite neutrality to this overall chart, it is trying to make a move. When I look at these indicators, those are the things that I see. It's at that point of trying to make a decision as to which way it's going to go. Tricks also leading towards the bullish side of things, trending back towards 0. Moving right along with everything else, the RSIs putting together an uptrend. More recently, a little bit of a sideways channel, kind of going along with the price per share trending in a channel. But it's important we see these longer terms, red and gold 1421 RSIs, move their way through 50. I'm going to be watching right now to see if they're going to bounce off of it and come back down, something like this. It's important that they make their way through it. You can just see historically a stronger move comes when they can make that break and push strong through that 50 mark. And much like the other indicators, they're kind of at that point right now where if a move is going to happen, it's going to need to get it in gear. Now you can see from back through here, you define that support level off of that 93. We're staying right in that same area. It's a little bit because of all these long lower shadows. It's a little bit intermittent to try and pinpoint a definitive line. You would definitely put a bottom support down there at 87 where it's pulled back up off of it a couple times. But if you take a look at opening and closing prices, you can see it right there around 92, just a hair below the last time. Intraday trading, if it dips below it, you have to be paying attention to see if there's any buying coming back in. But history's shown over the last couple months that even a dip below it will try and pull right back up. So I'd be a little bit more concerned if it closed down here, especially with some serious selling pressure and couldn't work its way back up by close. But that was a lot of volume yesterday, and that's something to keep an eye on. Resistance is pretty clear, right there around 99 cents. That's what I'd be looking for it to close above. That $1 barrier is a pretty common psychological barrier as resistance as well. So that 99-cent mark, $1 mark, I'd say is going to be a key area for this to try and make a move, come back off, identify this as a bottom, and start uptrending. Of course, we got the 50-day moving average coming into play right there around 103, which is another mark to pay attention to because it does tie into a little bit of PPS resistance from a historic standpoint and from right through this area too. When it tried to hold a base off the big drop, tried to go up, was immediately knocked down by 106. Other than that, recently, because of that big drop, there's just not much resistance in the way. You could identify a little bit more, maybe up here around $1.20 based on history again. But obviously, that's a pretty solid move from where it is at this point. So why I think this chart should hit the watch list really is to see if these indicators are going to play themselves out, see if the MACD is going to keep trending towards 0, and see what it does with these 3 consecutive green days. So I'll be watching for the support, I'll be watching for the resistance, and I'll be seeing what it does with this big volume day. As always, this annotated video chart is merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. I strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.